Welcome, Derby fans, to the DeVos Place for our 1 o'clock bout. Number 2 Arbor B team facing up against number 7 Lansing A team. Here to start soon.
At the end, or the high five, the circle,
Yeah.
I was like, this is bad.
I know. I've loved it from my first practice, and if I had only a part-time job and unlimited income, I'd still be skating. Testing, testing. You can hear me. All right, the officials can hear us, so that must mean we don't know about the teams, but we announcers are ready to get started. Welcome to Kittens XI. I am here on track 1 with
Moon Cricket.
and I am Lexi Pro, or Lexi the Luscious Loudmouth, if you are not into the thing. And to kick off this weekend, we are going to be watching the Lansing A team take on Arbor B.
We're not doing the announcements for the teams?
Usually the head official will let us know when they're ready to get started. And okay, head official, we ready? Okay, we're gonna do team intros real quick. Skating, wearing gray. This afternoon. Skating for Lansing, we have number 10, Lucille Brawl. Number 12, Emotional Jammage. Number 18, Hororino. Number 21, Mick Jammer. Number 22, Team Captain Yar. 29, Sarah Sasson. 32, Annie Dispenko. Number 37, Ms. Hyde. Number 5, Can of Whoop Ass. Number 503, Cosmic Slams. Number 56, Deacon Booze. Number 69, Rogue One. Number 74, Gail Skaten. Number 88, Ready, Set, Riot. Number 89, Social Smacktivist. And number 2, Inzy Mood. Lansing will be coached this afternoon by Coach Strega and Bad Aptitude. This is Lansing Roller Derby, Team A.
And skating in the black, Ann Arbor B squad. Number 0, Dom Sawyer. 05, Skater Boy. Double zeros, co-captain Blue Eyed Bruiser. 125, Murder by Proxy. 15, Cora Slane. 16, D-Rive. Co-captain 179, Sydney Bean. Number 18, None of Your Business. 359, Wolfstone Crash. Number 6, Helena Roosevelt. 666, Madrilla. 69, Sailor Psycho. 71, Fresh AF. 75, Leslie Ope. 800, Terminate Her. 815, Muffin Top. Which one's their coach? And let's skate.
What's the 8 for?
Oh,
Is that
yeah, the alternate's always the bench coach.
Do they usually put their coach?
Yeah, the coaches are under the solid black line. Those are the coaches or assistants, basically.
Oh,
But
I didn't know. Okay.
it's derby. Pretty much every team makes according to the rules, the team captain has to be a skater, but the alternate doesn't have to be.
Right.
So they always make the bench coach the alternate because only the captain and the alternate can speak to the officials.
Right.
So a lot of times, right after a jam, you'll see the coach leap up and do like this or do like this.
Yep.
Official review.
Right. And we're headed up to some action. Skaters line up.
So they don't do music during these, do they?
Sometimes, normally they would, yes, but this place, it's so big and so echoey
yeah.
with two clouds going on simultaneously, you really can't.
Right.
Because, one of the biggest issues is hearing, matching the listen to the track.
Right, and the mix of the two, if they had music, well, opposing music even too, they fight each other.
Usually it's just like the last few years, Mitten Kittens was in Lansing.
Did you like it?
No, I can't remember where, but it was just as echoey.
Yeah. Oh, in Lansing, that big spotlight downtown.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it because the Lansing team normally their venues somewhere. Their normal venues.
And it looks like we're ready for action.
And the jam timer has called 5 seconds. We are off to the races. We've got jamming for Ann Arbor. We have 05 Skater Boy. Skater Boy almost all the way
Very
off the pack.
active.
Failed block there by Gail Skaten. Skater Boy is going to be lead jammer.
Ann Arbor squad holding up pretty well defensively.
Deacon Bruce still making her way through that pack on that initial pass for Lansing. And we got our first penalty of the game. Lansing blocker headed to the penalty box for a track cut. Ann Arbor is on the board for 4 points, brought to you by Skater Ploy. We got our first helmet penny pass of the game. Number 56, Deacon Bruce, taking the star for Lansing.
Very active so far.
Deacon Bruce getting caught up at the back, forced to the back by 00, blue-eyed bruiser of Ann Arbor. Skater Boy going for another skating pass.
05, tiptoes through.
Goat right past Yar for 4 more points. Number 56, Deacon Bruce, still working her way on that initial pass. Number 12, Emotional, I think that's Emotional Damage. Number 12, Emotional Damage, trying to break things up in the pack there for
Ann
Deacon.
Arbor making it tough for number 56.
Yar holding down that line of gray at the front of the pack.
Great move by 05.
Skater Boy takes a tumble, but keeps right on trucking for another 4 points, bringing Ann Arbor up to 12 points in this jam. Lansing still held scoreless. Deacon
Number
Bruce.
56 gets through, but pays the price.
Deacon Bruce have taken a sit there on turn 3. Uh-oh. Already? Oh my God. That ain't good.
And the spirited action ends up with possible injury.
And Skater Boy did put 4 more points on the board there for Ann Arbor, bringing them to 16 for this jam.
Great skating by 05. Ending up with 20 points in the jam.
And Deacon Bruce is back on her wheels, accompanied by team captain Yar. And lining up for this next jam, wearing the star for Ann Arbor, we've got number 18, None of Your Business, joined by number 18, Herderino of Lansing.
And a burst. Number 18 tiptoes through. Inside track.
That is
Lead jam.
None of Your Business is going to be lead jammer. Herderino out of the pack already. And
Pack moving quite a bit, and they both ready for the jammers. Called.
None of Your Business taking the tried and true hit it and quit it strategy, scoring 1 point there, calling it off, and Lansing held scoreless. And looks like lining up to the jam line for Lansing, we have number 29, Sarah Sasson.
My first Mitten Kitten, and I can tell already there's a difference in effort with these two squads. Very spirited.
God damn it.
Hey, Doc.
Got co-captain number 179, Sydney Bean. Sid wearing the star of this jam for Ann Arbor.
29 hits with the inside out, then bursts through the inside. Weaving and cutting her way through.
Sarah Sasson, the former speed skater, putting on the afterburners. They are going to be lead jammer.
Great move. 129 accepts the penny pass.
That was a failed penny pass. Sydney Bean putting it right back on her head. Sarah Sasson and Lansing now on the board for 4 points, brought to you by number 29, Sarah Sasson.
Quick burst. Number 29, very impressive.
Look, and we've got number 15, Cora Slane, riding up to the jam line for Ann Arbor, going to be joined by 69, Rogue One of Lansing. And Rogue One coming up against a tight 3-wall there in the back of the pack. Meanwhile, Cora Slane has 2 Lansing blockers to contend with up at the front. Nice bridging there by Ms. Hyde of Lansing.
And that Lansing line's impenetrable.
But Cora Slane managed to find a hole. She's going to be lead jammer.
Great block, number 000, blue-eyed.
And Blue-Eyed Bruiser slams into Rogue One there on the straightaway. Rogue One taking a tumble there.
Ooh, with a tough spin move.
And nice hit there by number 10, Lucille Brawl of Lansing. Cora Slane.
Lansing regroups. 10, making it difficult for 15.
That's right. And Cora finally breaks through for 4 points.
Gave her as much resistance as she could handle.
That's gonna bring Ann Arbor up to 21 this bout.
Cut.
And we got a track cut called on the Lansing pivot. Cora Slane lining up to the back for another scoring pass. Nice hit to the outside by Inzi Mood of Lansing.
And the penalty box sponsored by D.H.E., your mechanical partner. D.H.E. Plumbing and Mechanical.
And that's the sound of another track cut being called. Oh, that track cut was called on Cora Slane. This is going to be a power jam for Lansing. A great chance for Lansing to catch up here on the scoreboard.
What's going on here? Oops.
And Rogue One is out on that initial pass. Oh, and the jam is called off. Lansing going to be in the power start at the end of this jam. Looks like Cora Slane did put one more point on the board there for Ann Arbor.
I don't know what's going on here. Uh-oh. Refresh?
And blockers ready.
We are back into action here. Number 12, Emotional Damage, wearing the star there.
Move inside out.
And
very quick laterally.
Emotional Damage is going to be lead jammer. Blue-Eyed Bruiser fresh out of that penalty box, following her, watching like a hawk. Emotional Damage now on that initial scoring pass. Number 666, Modula, putting up some serious resistance there in the pack. Cora Slane, meanwhile, out of that penalty box for Ann Arbor, looking to pass the star. Star pass achievement unlocked. And we got Dom Sawyer, number 0, most recently of Team Michigan, wearing the star for Ann Arbor. Emotional Damage calls it off.
Number 5 takes a seat for Lansing in the penalty box.
And Lansing did put four points on the board there in that jam, bringing Lansing up to 11, Ann Arbor at 26.
What do you mean by jam line?
The jam line is where the jam stands right before the bout starts, and a lot of times somebody will be a jam line sponsor.
Okay.
And not sponsor. It doesn't really.
That's what I was wondering. I just didn't know. There was something I'm missing.
It's just kind of.
And timeout called.
And timeout called by Lansing.
And this timeout brought to you by Bell's Brewery. With Alliance Beverage, grab yourself a two-hearted timeout. We are on a two-hearted timeout. I wish I was on a two-hearted timeout.
And while you are here enjoying Mitten Kittens 11, make sure you check out some of our great vendors. We know you all saw the open bar here by Track 1, and you know what they say, it is 5 o'clock, it is always 5 o'clock somewhere, but we also have Hippie Sister LLC here, the Crafty Kahat, Derby Kiss, Bright Lotus, and more sponsors we'll tell you about during the next time out.
05 for Ann Arbor.
We've got the deadlift Gator Boy returning to the jam line.
Got taken out.
And Gator Boy almost through that pack, has to get past number 22 Yar of Team Michigan, but Skater Boy makes it, and they will be your lead jammer.
18 working hard, but denied that defensive front stern.
Herderino forced to the back of that line. Herderino going for the star pass. Skater Boy, meanwhile, hop, skip, and a jump through on that first scoring pass. 4 points going on the board for Ann Arbor. Herderino still with the star in her hand, looking to get it to her pivot. Ann Arbor, of course, doing their level best to block that pass. Skater Boy breaking through again for another 4 points.
Ann Arbor's making it tough, but number 18.
Herderino out on that initial pass.
Great.
Skater Boy taking a tumble courtesy of yet again Lucille Brawl, calls it up. She scores 4 and calls it off. And we have an official review. Oh, I saw an O, so.
Early on, Ann Arbor B squad.
Oh, never
46.
mind, it's an official timeout.
Lansing 11.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's okay, no problem.
Yeah, Ann Arbor's been a serious derby.
Third to
There's a fence. Seems like it's still there.
Even Ann Arbor's like it's
Coach, that is the big squad. Hey, yeah. They have 3 squads?
yeah, a lot of the bigger teams do. Ann Arbor A, they're not here because they blew the pants off of them.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, like they got. Oh yeah, Division 2 has Ann Arbor local, but they've been called different things. This is for this tournament, they're calling themselves Ann Arbor local. It's like they're not really third tier team. And like Detroit MCPL, that's their second division.
Okay.
Detroit's another powerhouse.
I heard they got that's the guys' team that was having trouble getting.
Yeah, Detroit Riot. And then Flint's not here because they're probably the best in the state after Detroit and Ann Arbor, but they're not big enough to have a B team.
So how many are usually are minimum fans here?
Oh goodness, there's no real what you looking for? There's no real minimum Flint's just always been a pretty small team, and there's kind of like
And back at the action, 18 jamming for Ann Arbor.
And we have Sarah Sasson, number 29 of Lansing, is going to be lead jammer.
Close behind number 18.
None of your business of Ann Arbor. Sarah
Ann Arbor.
Blue-eyed bruiser lying in wait for Sarah Sasson. Sarah Sasson calls it, scores 4, calls it off. Looks like none of your business did steal 2 points in that jam. It's going to bring Ann Arbor up to 40, Lansing at 15, and we still have 20 minutes left to go in this first half.
And with Derby, this deficit can be made up real quick. One good jam back at square, or leading. 179 for Lansing.
69, Rogue One back on the jam line for Lansing. Sydney Bean.
Sydney Bean gets through.
Is going to be lead jammer.
Lansing defense holding strong once again. 8-15, doing work.
Nice hit to the outside by number 0, Dom Sawyer of Ann Arbor. And our jammers are neck and neck. Of course, that was Rogue One's initial pass. Sydney Bean putting 4 points on the board for Ann Arbor, and the jammers are neck and neck. Sydney Bean calls it off right before Rogue One can get to the pack, holding Lansing scoreless.
Track awareness by both squads. High.
We've got number 12, Emotional Jammage, returning to the jam line for Lansing. Going to be joined by number 15, Chorus Lane of Ann Arbor.
And 12.
Cora going up the middle, getting held back by number 74, Gale of Lansing.
The Lansing tripod strong, but number 12.
And it is just strong enough this jam. Number 12, Emotional Jammage, is going to be lead jammer. Longtime Michigan Derby fans might recognize number 12 as the former Fox and Mad, now known as, of course,
Number 12 wants all that smoke. Emotional Gems.
4 points going on the board there for Lansing. We got a star pass from Ann Arbor. Muffin Top taking the star for the first time this bout.
Number 56. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to walk.
It's all right. 15. And Emotional Jammage picks up 2 more points and calls it off. Ann Arbor held scoreless in that jam.
Do you have a preference at all, like with color commentating, or being a technical at all? Or just, I didn't want to. I didn't know if you do. If that's.
I mostly do color because the technical aspect I'm not as fluent in, I guess. I'm very much I'm more of a big picture person, and I try to think like the audience might be thinking.
Number 505 for Lansing.
And would you look at that? Hernerino is gonna be lead jammer. Skater Boy denied lead for the first time in this bout. Hot on Hernerino's tail. Hernerino putting on the afterburners out there, coming up to the pack.
And the pack's moving.
And Izzy Moon holding out her arm for the whip there. And Hernerino picks up 2 points, calls it off. Fox it. See, Skater Boy held scoreless. And number 18 of Ann Arbor, none of your business, returning to the jam line. Sarah Sasson, number 29 of Lansing, wearing the star. And would you look at the way Modula is holding down that wall in the back of the pack. Sarah Sasson almost hits the turf. Meanwhile, none of your business, 18 is going to be lead jammer.
Number 16 as well, making it difficult. But number 29 with the nice footwork, jumps over.
Blink and you miss it. None of your business. Coming around for 4 points. Sarah Sasson going for the star pass, but alas, her pivot is in the penalty box. Star pass denied. Oh, nice hit there from
Modula.
Nice hit there from Deacon Bruce. Tom Sawyer goes in for a little retaliation. And None of Your Business calls it off, picking up 4 more points for Ann Arbor, bringing them over the half-century mark at 52. Lansing at 27.
Blockers for Lansing doing an awesome job, making it real tough on the Lansing Jammers.
We got number 179, Sydney Bean, returning to the jam line for Ann Arbor. Going to be joined by 69, Rogue One of Lansing. Nice hit there, brought to you by Inzy Mood, number 2 of Lansing. Rogue One trying to break through that 3-wall, but...
And no big surprise, Lansing again, great blocking.
Sydney Bean picking up lead jam there. And Yara likes that penalty box. She's coming right back to it. First scoring pass completed by Sydney Bean. 4 points going on the board for Ann Arbor. And this is going to be a power jam for Ann Arbor. Rogue One decides she needs to have a little girl time with Yara in the penalty box.
Lucille Brawl tiptoeing back on defense, ready. Trying to stop 179 for Lansing.
It's another 4 points. Sydney Bean up to 8 points in this jam for Lansing. Yard on that penalty box looking to do some damage. Sydney Bean coming up against Lucille Brawl and Social Smacktivist there in the pack. Rogue One, meanwhile, coming up against the 3-wall there, fresh out of that penalty box.
Lansing, number 89. Blockers making it hard for 179 for Lansing as well.
Social Smacktivist using those hips and shoulders like deadly, like weapons of mass destruction out there.
And Lansing defense giving number 69 the business.
Inzy Mood gonna force Sid to the back of the pack. And Sid finds a hole on the inside and takes it for a hard-won points going on the board for Ann Arbor. And we can hear the bench coach.
Sydney Bean.
Sid picking up 1 more point there at the end of that jam.
17 points on that jam. We have Ann Arbor B 69, Lansing A squad 27. We have 12:56 to go in the half. And we still have a lot of smiles and sportsmanship out on the track.
Number 15, Chorus Lane, back on the jam line for Ann Arbor. Going to be joined by number 12, Emotional Jammage of Lansing.
Emotional Jammers with the quick feet. Not afraid to mix it up as well.
Emotional Jammage edging her way to the front. She is going to be lead jammer.
And she took all that smoke. She wanted contact with everyone.
Chorus Lane catching up. Pack is moving fast out there.
Defensive front by Lansing, ready.
Emotional Chorus Lane beats Emotional Jammage to the pack. Jammage calls it off. Looks like Chorus Lane did steal 4 points there.
That's great to see. Team high fives.
Ann Arbor.
Hurterino in the jam for Lansing.
Oh, gonna be joined by, yet again, Skater Boy, 05 of Ann Arbor.
Skater Boy led her way on the move inside, gets by them all.
Oh, did you see? Skater Boy just tiptoed right past Lucille Brawl there in the pack, but Hurterino
close behind.
Hurterino still remembering the time she got lead jam over Skater Boy is gonna make it hard for them. Raggidy forcing the call off there as Skater Boy gets into the rough lane. Skater Boy did pick up 2 points there Skater Boy picked up 1 point. Raggidy stole 2.
3 points for all that action.
Great jam there, brought to you by number 18, Raggidy of Lansing.
Sarah Sasson jamming for Lansing.
And I believe Skater Boy picked up a penalty at the end of the last jam. This is a power jam for Lansing, and Sarah Sasson is going to be lead jammer. Ooh.
And both players hit the track.
Clean up on aisle 3.
29, putting it up on the track. Speaking of track,
Sarah Sasson's
our track sponsor, the Garage Bar, one of our sponsors today.
Sarah Sasson's first score pass, baby A pass jump. 4 more points, 8-point jam for number 29, Sarah Sasson.
Lansing, great defense, number 22.
Gail can whoop ass, getting up on Skater Boy there on the straightaway.
Teamwork at its best.
Oh,
as well.
Skater Boy sees an inch and takes it. Sarah Sasson on her way to the penalty box for a track cut. Power jam for Lansing.
Tell you what, Lansing really did make Skater Boy work for that one.
They sure did, Cricket.
But man, he sees daylight and he's straight out. Again, getting through.
4 points going on the board for Ann Arbor.
Looks like it was a called play, movement, and uncontested. Skater Boy again on the inside.
4 more points for Ann Arbor.
Oop. Oh, Ann Arbor, my bad.
It's all right. Ann Arbor must be getting close to the century mark. We can't tell because our little scoreboard iPad is on the fritz.
Skater Boy with the endless tank of energy.
Yes, I know that rest in the penalty box does a body good.
A lot of skaters hitting the floor.
Sarah Sasson, meanwhile, returning to the track. Speaking of a rest in the penalty box, doing a body good, picking up 4 points just before the buzzer. Skater Boy answering in kind with 3 for Ann Arbor.
Skater Boy gave number 22 the first step, okey-doke, coding him back in.
We've got number 18, none of your business, on the jam line for Ann Arbor. And we've got an official timeout.
And here at Mitten Kitten, we do have an excellent array of vendors that you could go check. We have Hippie Sister LLC. She has upcycled dyed clothing and household goods, tablecloths, pillowcases, etc. Hand-poured soy candles in upcycled mugs. Make sure you get to that merch line and empty those pockets. Get yourself some gear. Or get wet with the drip. I see some nice hoodies and shirts over there I want to get my hands on. $69 for Ann Arbor.
We're back to the action here. That is number 18, None of Your Business, jamming for Ann Arbor.
And Sailor Psycho doing work inside out, trying to get around that wall.
Blue-Eyed Boozer making it very difficult for Rogue One there at the back of the pack. Nutter is going to be your lead jammer.
Stop move. Lansing not buying it.
Enzy mode, putting a little shoulder action there into Nutter. Nice recycling there, brought to you by Ope of Ann Arbor.
Some great offense thrown there by Lansing.
Rogue One taking a hit from the invisible blocker on the pivot line.
Momentum brought both jammer blocker down and...
Oh no, and I forgot what that hand signal means. All I know is
18.
Nutter got a penalty, and this is going to be a power jam for Lansing.
DHG Plumbing and Mechanical sponsors the penalty box today. Your mechanical partner, DHG Plumbing and Mechanical.
And it looks like Ann Arbor picked up 3 points in that jam.
And we have a player timeout, or injury timeout. And with 7 exactly to go in the half, Ann Arbor B 94, Lansing A squad 41. And I'd like to announce some all of our wonderful track sponsors, our ACF track sponsors, Green Advisory and Money Concepts, Cool Toyota, and the Drip Bar. Thank you for your support. And I'd like to give a shout out to our equipment sponsors, Modern Skate and Shop and Next Level Skate Shop. I need to go hit those up here soon. I need some new wheels and bearings that I'm sure they have the best they can offer. Lex, do you have a certain type of bearing you enjoy?
Back when I was still skating, I always used Bones.
Bones?
Yeah, but I'm out of the loop, man. I hung up my skates 11 years ago.
Oh, you ever feel that itch every now and again watching this?
At first, yes, but I love announcing so much, you know. I can't imagine being at a derby game and not being at a derby game, not being able to talk my talk my head off, you know. I found out I talk better than I skate.
Oh, I'd give yourself some more credit. I'm sure you're really good.
Well, I appreciate you saying that, Cricket, but I'll tell you, I'm such an antique now. I could not hang with the skaters of 2024. You know, back in the mid 2000s, derby was not what it is now.
So it's grown.
Oh, very much so. You know, the Flint roller derby team, we were only the 4th team to form in the state. And I can't tell, I'm not sure how many teams there are, but it's at least a couple of dozen.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize.
Just in Michigan. Yeah, COVID, you know, it affected derby all over the country, obviously. Some teams folded, other teams merged. But then we've seen some new teams pop up, like the Mid-Michigan Mayhem, Great Lakes Roller Derby. And they're both at this, I believe they are both represented at this tournament.
Oh.
Yeah.
All these skaters that I've met so far in the first 2 years I've been a part of this, great ambassadors for skating.
Oh yes, and we're back into action there. Hopefully Rogue One is gonna
Great
be
defense.
okay.
Ooh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Emotional Jammage back on the jam line for Lansing. And this is a very short-lived power jam for Lansing. Emotional Jammage is going to be lead jammer. Looks like a penalty was called on None of Your Business there during the last jam, but Nutter is back into action. Jammage, meanwhile, on that initial scoring pass. Oh, Jammage getting called out on a penalty. Power jam for Ann Arbor.
Yeah, number 12, Emotional Jammage really does like that contact going right up the middle both times. Got a little too overzealous in the last one.
Nutter picking up 4 points. for Ann Arbor. Ann Arbor now just 3 points below that century mark at 97. And we have just 6 minutes left to go in this first half.
Dom Sawyer, great on the defensive end.
Ooh, nice. Almost hit there by Yar. 4 more points going on the board for None of Your Business.
None of Your Business with the awesome burst. Let's get it free yourself.
Pack picking up some speed here on the straightaway. Nutter running back into the pack. Gale skating, putting the shoulder in there. Nice hit there from Dom Sawyer of Ann Arbor.
Dom Sawyer
with that fancy footwork, almost finds a hole and takes it. 4 points going on the board for Lansing. And Ann Arbor officially over that century mark at 101 points, make that 105.
Tell you, when Dom Sawyer's out there, she's part of the play every time.
Big hit there from Modula of
Like I said, Dom Sawyer once again with contact.
Sawyer laying the lumber. That's going to be the jam. Herderino, number 18, returning to the jam line for Lansing. This is going to be number 179, Sydney Bean, jamming for Ann Arbor.
And this jam line brought to you by TJ Homes, Keller Williams, Grand Rapids North, and Treadstone Mortgage. In a jam with real estate, Violet and her trusted OD Treadstone team will be able to help.
Sydney Bean, lead jammer. Herderino just half a lap behind. Pack is keeping it moving.
Murder by Proxy takes a seat in the penalty box. The DHE Plumbing and Mechanical penalty box. Your mechanical partner.
And both teams picked up 1 point in that jam, bringing Lansing up to 46, Ann Arbor at 108 with 4.5 minutes left to go in this first half.
Thank you to the volunteers all on the track maintenance. So quick to fix. Thank you, volunteers.
We've got number 5, Skater Boy, returning to the jam line for Ann Arbor. Sarah Sasson, 29, wearing the star for Lansing.
And Skater Boy pushed through.
Sarah Sasson almost out, getting knocked back yet again by Open Blue-Eyed Bruiser.
Skater Boy saw a crease, a little bit of white, and burst through.
Gale skating, gotta let him go. 4 points there for Lansing.
This time Lansing finds him.
Oh, Sarah Sasson headed to the penalty box. It's a power jam for Ann Arbor.
Number 5 will not be denied. Great work by Lansing, holding him off as long as he could.
And Lansing lining up for a 4-wall at the front of that pack. Skater Boy finds the hole.
125, good at the offensive end right there.
4 more points on the board for Ann Arbor. Pack is at a standstill on turn 3.
Lansing at the ready for Skater Boy.
All 4 Lansing blockers have their eyes on Skater Boy. Ooh, that's going to be the jam.
Determined not to let him through. Very good defense.
2 more points going on the board for Ann Arbor, that jam. And Ann Arbor has called an official review.
And we'd also like to thank our ACF track sponsors, Pixel, Fratelli's, and Acme Pure Blue. Thank you.
I really should have asked. I should have emailed King and asked, but did I think about it?
And we'd also like to thank our in-kind sponsors, Escape Room, Sacred Spring Microbrewery, Coke, and the Folding Warehouse. Thank you.
Make sure you check out our amazing vendors while you are here this weekend. We have Rainbow Dragon prints in the house, 3D printed products such as fidgets, figures, and nerdy accessories. Grand Rapids Candle Company selling candles, wax melts, and fragrance options. That'll be good for any skaters and refs who may or may not have some very fragrant pads, driving your significant other crazy. Also here this weekend is WIM with earrings, necklaces, trinket trays, and dishes, glasses, chains for the Sophia Petrillo and you, hair clips, and wall hangings.
I'm a sucker for names, so Die Together LLC, D-Y-E Together LLC.
That is a good one, Cricket.
I would definitely just, go to them.
Check out their Halloween-themed items and pride gear. Oh, let's stay home cocktail kits. Just because the pandemic is kind of over doesn't mean you can't keep chilling at home if that's your thing. They have different flavors of what, I'm not sure. They sell cocktail glasses, shakers, stickers, and pins. Queer Handmade is here with earrings, necklaces, bracelets, glass chains, and pants chains.
Well, that Let's Stay Home cocktail kit looks like just enough for a good time.
Are pants chains coming back?
I think so.
It's that whole Y2K thing, man.
I might have been a guy from the 90s.
I might have been a girl from the 90s, Cricket. Okay, Emotional Jammage is on the jam line for Ann Arbor. This is going to be a power jam. Nope, never mind. I spoke too quickly. Chorus Lane is out there wearing the star for Ann Arbor. Lucille Ball putting up one hell of a fight there.
Oh, that worked. Lucille Ball, very good. Spirited.
It is mono, E-mono. Eventually, Chorus Lane breaks through. She will be lead jammer.
Emotional Jammage gets through. Definitely earned that one. For the Lansing blockers, still.
And would you look at that, coming right through. Inky, hit it and quit it, score 4, call it off, as we are just 1.5 minutes away from halftime.
Again, those blockers for Lansing doing a great job, frustrating the Lansing jammer.
Number 18, None of Your Business, coming back to jam line for Ann Arbor, going to be joined by number 29, Sarah Sasson of Lansing.
Great jammer from Lansing. Great moves, a good mix of power and finesse seams.
And Arbor's blockers breaking up that pack, looking to make holes there for Nutter.
Every wave for Ann Arbor seemingly impenetrable.
But Lansing giving Nutter up there a run for her money. Oh, Sarah Sasson headed back to the penalty box. It's going to be a power jam for Lansing, and None of Your Business is lead jammer. Pack celebrating the power jam by switching from fast to slow. Yard trying to break up the 2-wall there in the pack, coming up to join her teammates there. Nice containment from Gail Skate and Deacon Bruce and Yar of Ann Arbor.
Lansing with the teammates. Great defensive stand.
Canna whoop ass, shaking her head, saying, I did the best bridging I could, team. Deacon Bruce and Helena Roosevelt's facing off there in the pack. Roosevelt doing some nice bridging as Sarah Sasson returns to the pack. 359 Wolfstone crash, holding things down remarkably there in the pack. Sarah Sasson takes a tumble, courtesy of Wolfstone crash.
29 does a great job, but Still denied by the blockers of Ann Arbor.
Wolfstone Crash lies in wait for Sarah Sasson there in the pack. And none of your business. Chooks past Yaw, has to get past Deacon Bruce.
Wolfstone Crash, number 359, really good in the defense. Great laterally onto the Niles.
And Jam's called off.
All right, Derby fans, intermission is almost over. We're about to get started with Ann Arbor B squad versus Lansing. Ann Arbor had 135-47 going in.
You know, Cricket, for a minute there, I thought you were going to say Derby Freaks.
For the last 2 years, I have become a Derby freak. Honestly, it's consuming.
Oh, I think we're all Derby freaks.
The bug been me hard.
Both in the sense that we all love Derby and we're all low-key kind of freaks. As we go into the second half of this first bout on track one of this amazing tournament, Ann Arbor stands at 135, Lansing trailing at 47. And the jam timer has blown the long whistle. That means it is showtime. We got Skater Boy number 5 back on the jam line for Ann Arbor.
Ooh.
And those Ann Arbor blockers are keeping it tight. Skater Boy is gonna be lead jammer.
Spin move to the inside out.
Skater Boy coming in for that scoring pass. Emotional Jamage is free on that initial.
Number 12, flight of foot. Very great, graceful moves as Skater Boy calls it. Again, another good jam. Scores 4 points.
And it's going to be another 18 versus 18 face-off on the jam line here. We have None of Your Business representing Ann Arbor, Herderino, wearing the star for Lansing.
Modula and Terminator in
Nice.
on the defense.
Nice hit there from Itzy Moon of Lansing.
And Herderino gets by the wall.
Second lead jam of the bout for Herderino.
Let's see if Herderino can replicate that move and get past that great defense.
Pack is moving fast.
And this time met with
nice hit.
Resistance.
Nice hit there from number 0, Dom Sawyer of Ann Arbor. But Herderino did pick up 2 points there for Lansing before calling it off.
Very effective by Lansing.
Number 29, Sarah Sasson of Lansing returning to the jam line. Going to be joined by 179, Sydney Bean of Ann Arbor. Bam! Big hit there from Sarah Sasson on number 359, Wolfstone Crash of Ann Arbor.
Number 22, Yard, defensively again, quite well, sends 179
Nice.
back reset.
Nice hit to the outside, courtesy of 56, Deacon Bruce.
Working, 179.
Sydney Bean gonna be lead jammer.
29 finds a crease and is free as well.
Sydney Bean coming in for that scoring pass. Deacon Bruce gonna put a stop to that temporarily. Sydney calls it off, picking up 3 points for Ann Arbor. Looks like Sarah Sasson answered in kind with 3 points for Lansing.
Is now open and taking people,
Magic hat.
Magic Hat.
I'm okay.
Got 2 places. They're now open and taking customers.
All right, thank you.
We've got 69 Rogue One returning to the jam line for Lansing, joined by number 15 Chorus Lane of Ann Arbor. Nice hit there for number 10 Lucille Brawl of Lansing. Inzy Mood comes in for an assist. Dynamite blocking there from the Ann Arbor pivot. That is number 800. Terminate her.
10 for Lansing tracking well.
And Lucille Brawl versus Cora Slane on turn 2. And Lucille Brawl, gets called out on a penalty. It was worth it. And Cora Slane is going to be lead jammer.
Socialist activist at the ready once again for the D. Does well with 37.
Nice recycling there, courtesy of Miss Hyde. Oh, Blue-Eyed Bruiser answering in kind. Social Smacktivist taking the star there
Great
for Lansing.
block. 37, great Ms. Hyde.
And Ms. Hyde and Rogue One teaming up there on Cora Slane on the straightaway.
Rogue One and Ms. Hyde say no to the jammer. And drives almost. Tippy toes, number 15. Good job staying in, Cora Slane.
Social Smacktivist still looking for that hole in the pack.
Looking for the crease, number 2 says no.
Izzy Mood and Cora Slane take a tumble there. Cora Slane calls it from the floor.
And for all who want a tattoo or are interested, Magic Hat Tattoos now open and taking customers. Have that urge, have that, I need some ink. Well, you're in luck today because Magic Hat is now open.
And Lansing has called an official review.
Any tattoos lately? Oh, show it off. Let's see.
Proof that I was a child of the 90s.
I love the barbed wire. And it goes all the way around, correct?
It does.
And it does connect. Good job.
But I've told people this before. The only thing my tattoo means was that when I was 21 years old, I thought getting a tattoo would make me a badass.
Especially the barbed wire tribal.
But, turned out 10 years later, I found out it was actually roller derby. That made me a badass.
No roller derby tats yet?
No, I decided I was one and done with the ink. I like them on other people, but they're not right for me. I don't want to slow down long enough to have to do the tattoo maintenance, put the cream on it and stuff.
I don't have too many either. I always wanted to mean a little something. The one I have, actually, my son drew this one. I'm a Lions fan.
Okay.
Lions fan that is reaping the benefits now.
Nice.
My son has no idea how bad they were.
How old is your son now?
He's 12 now, and I totally indoctrinated him to be a Lions fan, and magically he doesn't have to suffer like we have.
I was going to say, I mean, it's not too bad to be a Lions fan these days.
He drew this. Yeah, he drew this at like 4 years old, and I waited all the way till last year, and I finally found someone. The guy's name was Detroit. Detroit from Kansas. So I thought it perfect to get it done. And you notice here it's not completed because I am sensitive and I jerked real hard and spilled all the blue ink. Not completing, but I can't get it filled. Yeah, it's
okay.
I screamed. I was crying.
I squealed a little bit when I was getting mine too, and then my sister already had three tattoos, and she started laughing at me. Because she already had her band. I start crying like a wuss, and
the inside of your arm right there, that's a very sensitive part.
Yeah, it hurt, but it didn't take them too long, and I don't know. These days, if I had the money for a tattoo, it'd just go towards bills.
Yeah, that's it. Yes.
Go in the gas tank.
Middle-aged life. I get quite proud of my new electric lawnmower I just bought. Pride and joy.
Oh, you're hippie like that? Getting the electric lawnmower?
It just sounds like a vacuum cleaner outside. I can mow my grass at 10 at night.
Oh, see, I have a bunch of trees and weeds in my yard, so that's my whole secret. I don't have that much grass, so I don't have to mow that off.
Keep it indigenous. Keep it native to Michigan, right? That's awesome. I like.
As far as I know, okay, we're back into action. Official review is over. If we knew what the official review was about, we would tell you. But what we do know is that emotional jammage, number 12, is going to be your lead jammer. Would you look at that? Skater Boy denied lead for only the second time this bout. is not going to have it.
Both came in with heads of steam and both ended up out of bounds.
And Dom Sawyer doing some nice recycling there on emotional damage. Yar answering in kind with Skater Boy.
Derives fresh AF. And again, 0 Dom Sawyer.
Oh, Skater Boy picked up 2 points there in that jam. Emotional damage answering with 1. Lansing now up to 53. Ann Arbor at 144. And we still have 24 minutes left to go in this second half.
Effort still full steam ahead. Neither team seems like tired at all.
Nice blocking there from Ms. Hyde of Lansing on number 18, None of Your Business of Ann Arbor. It is 18 versus 18. I see Hortorino is back on the jam line for Lansing.
None of Your Business, trying to give him the business. Going
Nice.
straight up the middle to number 2, but number 2.
Number 2, that is... Damn it.
I do not see.
At the bottom.
Oh, in the mood.
Yeah. Nutter is going to be lead jammer.
Ordered by proxy with the good D, picking up the jammer.
Lucille Brawl holding that line down. Inzy Mood takes a hit from the invisible blocker. Deacon Bruce tangling with Inzy Mood at the front. Hortorino looking to get that.
18 with the interesting moves, kind of like a post up. Give it work and trying to look for the burst, but
Hortorino takes it.
oh, the fakie gets through. Great move by number 18. Hortorino.
None of your
I'm
business.
sorry, that was
None of your business coming
none of your
around for
business.
4. I know, both the block, again.
Double 18s.
Two double 18s, yes.
Oh.
And now is Ms. Hyde taking a hit from the invisible blocker on the straightaway. Pack is almost at a standstill. None of your business. Trapped behind that wall of Lansing. That Lansing wall at the turn. Hortorino still holding on to that star. Getting past, and that is going to be it. 4 more points going on the board for Nutter.
Good deal. A good D by Ms. Hyde.
Lansing held scoreless, still at 53. Ann Arbor at 156.
No one in the DHE Plumbing and Mechanical penalty box yet. Your mechanical partner. Yar, captain of Lansing.
We have Sarah Sasson representing
Good. Oh.
Lansing at the jam line in this jam, but it's going to be Sydney Bean. 179 is going to be lead jammer.
Great move, spin move by 118.
Sarah Sasson looking to get the star pass.
179.
In this jam, 4 points going on the board for Sydney. Nice
And
hit.
double zeros, blue-eyed, denial.
Coming up against that, Sydney coming up against that Lansing fall wall at the front of the pack. Cannon whoop ass holding
Sydney
things
tries to
together.
peel off the edge. 75 with the pickup to 29, trying to open up the jammer.
And that was Sarah Sasson's initial pass. Sid scores 4 more, calls it off. 8-point jam there for Sydney Bean.
Very exciting jam there. Very exciting.
We have number 69, Rogue One of Lansing, returning to that jam line.
I am absolutely loving all the contact today by both squads.
Make that the TJ Holmes, Keller Williams, Grand Rapids North, and Treadstone Mortgage Jam line.
69. Rogue One. Pass through.
Picking up lead for the first time this bout. It is number 69, Rogue One.
Rogue One with the strong strides.
Chorus Lane caught up in the pack.
Rogue One stepped out. Ms. Hyde takes a seat in the DHE Plumbing and Mechanical penalty box.
And Chorus Lane is out, will not be your lead jammer. Rogue One picks up 3 points, calls it off, bringing Lansing up to 56. Ann Arbor now at 164.
Emotional damage.
Line back up. Looks like Muffin Top might have lost an argument there over who was going to be pivot. We got Skater Boy 05 returning to the jam line for Ann Arbor. We get it, Muffin Top. Being pivot is not an easy job. But would you look at that emotional damage running up the inside?
So quick and powerful.
Emotional Jamage gonna be lead jammer. The second time this bout, Emotional Jamage has gotten lead over Skater Boy, but it is Skater Boy getting through.
3:59 for Ann Arbor. Good brace.
Well-timed call-off there by Emotional Jamage, picking up 1 point right after Skater Boy's initial pass.
Herderino in for jammer. We have 18 on 18 jamming.
Yet again, I think the bench coaches are starting to do this on purpose, Cricket. None of your business, taking a running start.
Whoa,
Just
through that
knocking
distance.
Lucille Ball right over.
To see ya.
Herderino caught up in the front of that pack.
18
In
with
the
a
back.
quick stop move. Placer course.
Nutter coming in for the scoring pass. Confronting a wall of Gray there at the back of the pack. Ooh, Lucille Brawl coming out for a penalty. 4 points going on the board for Nutter. Herderino still on that initial pass.
And again, Lansing up against a tough test with the blockers of Ann Arbor.
Ope doing a nice job holding things down at the front of the pack.
Quick skip move.
Nutter coming around for 4. Sorry.
No, we're all good. It's all good.
Pack is at a standstill on the turn.
Ann Arbor defense has him wondering where to go.
And Nutter coming around for 4 more points. Blue-eyed Bruiser holding back Herderino there at the back of the pack. Herderino still on that initial pass, and blink and you miss it. Blue-eyed Bruiser is up to the front.
And forcing a no-fly zone will not come through.
Ooh, Nutter calls it off from the floor. I mean, I know that Nutter picked up some points in that jam before. Oh, 12-point jam there for None of Your Business.
Ann Arbor creeping away with the score.
We have number 179, Sydney Bean, back on the jam line for Ann Arbor.
Large score differential still. Max effort by both squads.
29, Sarah Sasson wearing the star. Dom Sawyer putting the stop on Sarah.
Quick.
Sydney Bean gonna be lead jammer.
Dom Sawyer in all the business once again. Doing work and tracking well.
Nice juke there around Modula.
Once again.
Dom and Sarah Sasson tangle at the front of the pack. Dom Sawyer, Team Michigan veteran. And that was Sarah's initial pass. Canna whoop ass sneaking up behind. Sid's got to let her go. 4 points for Sydney Bean. just over 14 minutes left to go in this second half. Make sure you stick around. The next bout on this track coming right up, it is going to be the Kalamazoo Killstars, ranked number 1. Remember, Kalamazoo Killstars won it all last year, Mitten Kittens. They'll be taking on number 8, Marquette, right here on track 1. So number 15, Cora Slane, wearing the star for Ann Arbor, coming up against a 4-wall at the Rogue One. Meanwhile, tangling with things up in the front. Rogue One,
Blast through. Good job, Rogue One.
Believe third time picking up lead jam in this bout.
Cora Slane looking for a crease.
Rogue One on that initial scoring pass. Getting hit to the outside by Wolf, calls it off. Oh, Rogue One picked up 3 points there for Lansing. Ann Arbor held scoreless.
Jamming for Ann Arbor, we have 05 Skater Boy.
We got Emotional Jammage, number 12, returning to the jam line for Lansing.
Fun to watch Emotional Jammage skate. Quick and powerful.
And little jammer on jammer action there at the back of the pack.
Emotional Jammage wants all that smoke and goes right up the middle.
And Mick Jammer's got to let them go. Skater Boy is going to be lead jammer. Emotional Jammage making them work for it. Emotional Jammage almost caught up. Ooh! And Emotional Jammage forces the call off, not before Skater Boy picks up 1 point for Ann Arbor.
I know. You can tell I absolutely love the Lansing team.
No.
They're my favorite after Clint. And I usually announce their live stream during their home games. It's always just me. They have one house announcer and one live stream.
Do you do it like on site or at off site?
And Lansing live streams all of their home games on YouTube. And my mic just goes straight to the YouTube feed.
Oh, okay.
So nobody in the house can hear me. They can only hear the house announcer. My point is I'm not used to having a partner.
No, me either.
We got Hurtarino, number 18, on the jam line yet again for Lansing. Dom Sawyer is forcing Hurtarino all the way to the back of that pack. Nice hit there.
Inzy Mood doing work.
Sydney Bean gonna be lead jammer.
Ms. Hyde, along with Lucille Brawl, round out the tripod from the defense.
Nice shoulder action from Inzy Mood there. And Lucille Brawl just about body checking Sydney Bean there. Oh, it was effective. Sydney Bean gets a penalty. It's going to be a power jam for Lansing. Oh, nice hit there from Blue Eyed Bruiser there on Inzy Mood. Hurtarino going for the star pass. Ms. Hyde getting called out. It is 4-on-3 now in the pack. And Hurtarino gets through on that initial pass, still holding the star in her hand. Pack is speeding up. Sydney Bean out of the penalty box looking to mix things up, and that was Sid's first scoring pass coming around for 4.
Ann Arbor regroups quickly. Opens up a hole for the jammer.
4 more points for Sydney Bean. Looks like Hurtarino did pick up 3 points in that jam, bringing Lansing up to 63. Ann Arbor 11 points below that double century mark at 189. We have just under 10 minutes left to go. Sarah Sasson, number 29, at the jam line for Lansing. Sarah Sesson off like a rocket ship. Chorus lane, number 15, representing Ann Arbor.
Wolfstone Crash helps us know what the defense over there, along with, well, let's see.
Yar looking to mix things up in the back. Nice recycling there on Chorus lane. And that.
Sarah Sasson works her way through that.
And Sarah Sasson not lead jammer. I did not see the ref's arm go up, so I'm going to say no.
Sarah Sasson goes right to the contact. But this time, the crease.
Chorus lane also not lead jammer. Nice recycling there by Canna Whoop Ass. Well, Mick Jammer getting called out on a forearm. And
Deacon Cruz tries to knock the jammer out.
4 points for Chorus Lane. Sarah Sasson still on that initial. Wait, this is the Sarah Sasson scoring pass. First scoring pass. Almost through the pack. Ann Arbor not making it easy at all. 4 very hard-won points for Sarah Sasson.
Muffin Top trying to find a hole, and is met with a no. Right back into the mix.
Sarah Sasson coming up against that tight forward wall there at the front of the pack. Nice recycling there from Chorus Lane of Ann Arbor and Ope. Four points going on that board for Ann Arbor.
Good inside move by Sarah Sasson to get through that crowd. 8-4 jam that one. 197-67 Ann Arbor. And still with 7 minutes to go.
We have an official review.
As far as most impactful or MVP?
What are the criteria again?
I guess the most impactful is like one that just there's kind of everywhere doing like what I guess what needs to be done kind of thing. I've been seeing Dom.
Yeah.
Dom Sawyer, she's always but as far as the overall MVP, does it have to be opposing teams or is it going to be the same?
I don't think so.
You guys sounded good.
Huh?
Florida? Isn't you reading the Keys or something? Yeah, I mean Key West. Bro. Yeah, it's a bit. That's a real. It's really tough. I'm missing fantasy classes. My son just today's Kumbaya, which is the start of fantasy class. So this is the last tournament I'm going to do with this.
Really?
I'm going to Texas next. Man, go to Texas.
Really?
There are a lot of Texas tournaments.
I bet.
I don't know. It's a big place, dog. He's going to find me some Texas tournaments.
Cool.
It's too cold here. Bro, every year it takes a little bit of my soul away. Straight up. You guys got the next, what's the next game? This week.
It's the Kill Stars versus Marquette on this track.
I just wanted to get names.
Oh, okay. I don't think Marquette had a team.
I've never called for them.
Me either. I think it might just be.
And I'd like to thank our equipment sponsors, Modern Skating Shop and Next Level Skate Shop. They have exclusive derby gear. Go get your exclusive derby gear from Modern Skate Shop and Next Level Skate Shop for all your derby needs. And I need some new pads, honestly. Lexi, speaking of gear, you ever break a wheel, a skate wheel?
I think I had one come off during a bout once.
I had a couple crush and come to pieces on me.
Really?
Yes.
Never had that happen.
It actually did feel like a flat tire.
Yeah. Except it's, was it during a bout or just practice?
Practice. Yep.
Nah, better than during a bout, yeah.
I actually have one scrimmage under my belt.
Really?
Yep, I'm wait. The next one, black and blue. I'll be doing that one, I think.
I'll be announcing at Black and Blue.
Hey, all right.
I'm there every year.
Awesome.
I love Black and Blue. It's so much fun.
I actually met my girlfriend at Black and Blue.
Oh.
Or that was like my first experience with Derby.
And
She skates for Lakeshore, Kitiana Jones.
I've heard the name, but I haven't announced Lakeshore that often because it's Holland, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty far away from me, but you know, that's obviously Massachusetts when we came.
Right.
And for about a year, he and I both announced.
Okay.
Yeah, so I really have to that one and then I just kind of wound up being
Yeah. That's so weird how something just kind of comes together.
right.
Because
My longtime co-announcer, he's kind of dipped out. He's really into bank track derby.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he spends a lot of time in Chicago with a team called the Chicago Knockouts, like his girlfriend skates for them and stuff. I mean, he's quick, but kind of.
Oh, yeah.
He's always been very passionate about it.
We're back into action. We got number 5, Skater Boy, returning to the jam line for Ann Arbor. This is going to be a power jam for Ann Arbor. Lansing jammer getting called out on a track cut just as the last jam ended. And it is a 2-on-4 situation. Penalty trouble for Lansing.
Yar for Lansing.
Yar.
Great tracking on Skater Boy.
Yar, a one-woman wrecking machine out there on the track.
So quick.
But Skater Boy gets away clean. It's lead jam, Skater Boy.
Let's see if Ann Arbor can open up a seam. And almost uncontested with the spin move.
4 points going on the board for Ann Arbor. Mick Jammer and Emotional Jammage returning to the track.
And that time went right into all that smoke. And
4 more points for Ann Arbor.
Quick burst. Number 12, Emotional Jammage.
Emotional Jammage through on that initial pass.
Quick down and up by both Ann Arbor and Lansing defenders.
Skater Boy coming up to the pack, calls it off, stealing 2 more points for Ann Arbor. 10-point jam brought to you by Skater Boy.
Speaking of in-kind sponsors, we want to thank Pepsi, Quarantino's Pizza, Rydell, and Roller Bones. Thank you to our in-kind sponsors.
So up on the jam line, we have number 69, Rogue One, representing Lansing. And we got 18, none of your business, wearing the star for Ann Arbor. And look at that, hop, skip, and a jump. Nutter is lead jammer.
69 keeps her feet moving. Rogue One keeps blasting.
Oh, we got a Lansing blocker pile up here. Rogue One out, not going to be lead jammer. And that's Nutter's first scoring pass. Hits it and quits it. Scores 4, calls it off.
And I want to say thank you to all the Derby fans out there and are watching. Thank you for supporting roller derby here in Michigan.
And coming up to the jam line, it is number 88, Ready, Set, Riot, jamming for the first time this bout for Lansing.
Sydney Bean, once again, very effective jammer for Ann Arbor.
Sydney Bean coming up against the 4-wall in the front of the pack. Mick Jammer and Yard, number 21 and 22, holding things together out there.
Finds a seam and tiptoes through. Outside in.
Sid is going to be lead jammer. Riot going for the star pass. Nice recycling there, courtesy of Yar. Yar, of course, also a member of Team Michigan. Sydney Bean coming around for 4 points. Yar taking the star for Lansing. We got a star pass from Ready, Set, Riot.
Wolfstone crash once again. Great brace.
Can of
Down to the dial.
whoop-ins. Tangling with Sydney Bean in the pack.
And bodies on the pavement. All that effort on the pavement. Great job. Finds the crease.
Sydney Bean
Nice lane.
coming around for 4 points, 8-point
And
jam so far.
125.
Yar still unable to get that helmet cover on her head. Ann Arbor, of course, blocking
Quick
that
burst.
action. 4 more points for Sydney Bean.
Murdered by proxy. Doing great work on the D.
Ready, Set, Riot, throwing those hips into Bean. Jam is over. Bean picking up 4 more points in that jam. Lansing held scoreless.
Tell you, number 125, murdered by proxy, doing it quietly but effectively.
We got emotional jamage, number 12, returning to the jam line for Lansing, joined by number 15, Chorus Lane of Ann Arbor. We got 5-on-5 pack is tight there in the middle. Ope hanging in the back there.
Emotional damage once again with the moves. This time though met with the D of 00. Blue-eyed and 800.
Blue-eyed Bruiser and Fresh AF teaming up there on emotional damage.
Terminator and
Nice.
Fresh AF doing work. Fresh AF all over the place, handling it all on either side. 00 with the bump out.
But
Wow, yep.
Chorus Lane finally breaking past Ms. Hyde. It's going to be lead jammer. And Chorus Lane already on that scoring pass, calls it off mid-pack, picking up 2 points there for Ann Arbor. We have just 30 seconds left to go in this bout. Lansing at 69, Ann Arbor at 229. Let's see how things shake out in this next jam. And don't forget, stick around at 3 o'clock. We're going to be watching number 1 ranked Kill Stars of Kalamazoo taking on Marquette right here on track 1. On the jam line, we got 69 Rogue 1 of Lansing, joined by 05 Skater Boy. And would you look at that? Rogue 1 is gonna, almost Rogue 1 called out on a forearm. It's a power jam for Ann Arbor. Skater Boy lead jammer.
And at this point, it's all about pride. Ooh, 21. Mick Jammer, great defensive move.
Oh, what is this? Skater Boy also called out on a penalty. This means Rogue 1 is released. Skater Boy will serve the same amount of time as Rogue 1. And that pack is tight. Dom Sawyer sticking light glue to emotional
Rogue
damage.
1 wants the power. Put your 666. Puts it on. Puts her on the pavement.
And Skater Boy rocketing out of that penalty box, coming around for 5 points. Rogue 1 tangling with, don't know who that is in the pack. 8-1.
Modula. Wonderful move.
Skater Boy.
Uncontested.
Skater Boy hop, skipping and jumping around for 5 points.
Modula, 666 opening up spaces for Skater Boy. This time he goes right up the pack.
And Skater Boy coming around for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4 more points. We are on the jam clock. The period clock has officially expired. Dom Sawyer keeping an eye out, ever vigilant there at the front of the pack. And another 4 points brought to you by Skater Boy. That's it. Lansing held scoreless in this final jam. 16 points point jam by Skater Boy. That's going to be the bout.
Impressive performance by both squads. One unfortunately was able to score a lot more, but both max effort. A lot of people on the ground.
Unofficial
Contact. Oh.
Unofficial final is Lansing 69, Ann Arbor 245. Gonna let our officials work out that final score, and we're going to announce the MVPs in just a couple minutes.
Who would you pick for the other MVP? I don't know if it's for the same squad or the opposing squad. Like,
It might be nice to do opposing squads.
Yeah.
I mean, Ann Arbor fought really hard.
like number 12 was that?
Emotional damage.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah, she was good. I think she made the team. I think she made Team Michigan last year, but she wasn't rostered for their last 2 tournaments. I don't know. But she's one of the best skaters Lansing's got. I've been watching her for a long time.
I agree. Like 12, I would say for the jammer, and then for the most impactful, the Dom Sawyer.
Okay, yeah.
She was impressive. I just like watching her skate.
Dom is amazing. She was with Flint for a long time, then she went to Gotham for a year. She moved back
Oh,
to
went to
Flint.
Gotham. That's cool.
And then life brought her back to Flint. Skated with Flint, then decided she wanted more of a challenge, I guess.
So,
Like,
oh,
there's like 3 former Flint skaters that skate for Ann Arbor now.
so these are the only 2 we get, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So the jam goes to the most impactful skater.
This is the jam. Okay.
And then they pose for a photo with their
Right.
prizes.
And my most favorite part of the match, sportsmanship. And we will name the MVPs of the bout.
Once they're through and then
Okay, we are ready to name this bout's MVPs and most impactful skater.
want to do the honors?
Oh, sure.
All right. And for MVP Jammer, Emotional Jammage,
Number 12 of Lansing.
and most impactful, we have Dom Sawyer, number 0 for
Ann Arbor.
Ann Arbor.
Great